I'm Mrs. Hott from the Morgan County Partnership, and with me today is...
Hi, I'm Mrs. Shema from the Morgan County Partnership too.
And Miss Shema and I, we're here with a Positive Actions Value Virtual Lesson for you. Now, what is Positive Actions? It's a core curriculum where we talk about core value words that are important and essential to high schoolers' developmental assets. Everything from your wellness, physical, intellectual, and emotional, to defining who you are. When we talk about that, it helps us set a path with positive thoughts to have those actions to reach our goals. And you know what, Miss Shema?
What, Mrs. Hott?
With positive actions, it helps us to succeed. So, are you ready? Okay, for Positive Actions this week, we have a virtual lesson just for you. It features people that you may recognize, people who are also using positive actions. You might see them on social media, you might see them in your neighborhood. So, tell your friends, come to positivevaluesnetwork.com each week for a new Positive Action virtual video that's just for high school students. Good morning, high school students. It's Mrs. Hott from the Morgan County Partnership with this week's Positive Action virtual lesson for you. This week we have a new intellectual wellness word, positive actions for your brain, that we're going to talk about. Are you ready? Let's get started. It's time for positive actions. Es sola acción positiva. That's it. We welcome you to positivevaluesnetwork.com. Morgan County Partnership is so excited to have you with us today. Whether you are at home for virtual or remote school, maybe it's distance learning, or you might be in the classroom with your teacher or social worker or counselor, or maybe you're at home or in the workplace even. The Morgan County Partnership is so glad to have you with us this week for the Positive Action Value. Now, here's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about a new positive action value word. We're going to take a look at a positive action activity, and we're going to get a chance to talk about why positive actions are so important. Are you ready? Let's get started. This week our positive action word is memory. Memory is using your brain to recall information, facts, or experiences. Now, on one hand, we talk about memories, the things, the stories that recall in our brain. It's positive to try to balance out those positive and happy memories with some memories that sometimes make us sad or anxious. And there are things you can do to talk about those memories. If you've had an adverse childhood experience that gives you memories that make you sad or anxious, we'd like for you to reach out and ask for our help. We're here to guide you through that. In the meantime, if you want to exercise your brain, strain your brain, and to find ways to help improve your memory, there are some physical activities that you can do to help with your brain power, and that's improving your memory. Are you ready? Watch this video with 11 exercises to help you do simple things that make your brain work better. Are you ready? Watch this.
So think about this. Nowadays, a lot of people are obsessed with a healthy lifestyle. They eat wholesome food, work out at the gym, and all that jazz. But they tend to forget that our brain needs exercise too, especially if you've started having memory lapses more often. What did I just say? Oh yeah. So if people keep saying you have the memory of a goldfish, don't fret. Just try these simple brain exercises to help you out. Number 1. Read books aloud. In 2017, the University of Waterloo conducted an experiment where they asked 95 participants to read silently, listen to someone else read, listen to a recording of themselves reading, and read out loud in real time. Later, participants were required to repeat words they read. It turned out the word recall was greatest in the group that read aloud to themselves. When you speak and hear yourself speaking at the same time, it helps the brain to store the information. You can practice this exercise with your friend or a child. Also, you can try to switch to audiobooks. Listening to them engages the imagination and brain regions in a different way than silent reading. Number 2. Switch hands during daily activities. Only 1% of the world doesn't have a dominant hand. Everyone else uses either the right one or the left one to read, cut food, paint, and so on. But if you try to switch to your other hand, it'll strengthen neural connections in your brain, making your mind and memory sharper. Use your opposite hand while brushing your teeth, cleaning, or washing the dishes. But hey, please don't try this exercise while you're driving or doing brain surgery. It might seem really hard the first time you do it, but it'll give your brain the perfect kind of stimulation by adjusting. Just keep practicing this exercise regularly. Number 3. Elevate your heart rate 3 times a week. Regular aerobic exercise may increase the size of the hippocampus. No, that's not the University of Hippo. It's the part of the brain responsible for transforming information into new memories. A study published in 2011 backs up the idea about the positive impact working out has on our memory. According to it, aerobic exercises that pump up your heart rate help the brain store long-term memories. But even if breaking a sweat at the gym isn't exactly your thing, you can just take a brisk walk for 20 minutes 3 times a week and still get the same effect. 4. Eat with chopsticks. It's one of the most effective ways to make your brain perform better. And here's how it works. Using chopsticks grows new dendrites, which are extensions of nerve cells. They help to transmit impulses from cell to cell. This means that these dendrites have a positive impact on communication between brain cells. What's more, involving the concentrated areas of nerve cells in your fingertips in this activity boosts the circulation in the brain. And as a bonus, switching to chopsticks improves your digestion and helps control calorie intake. Because it's so hard! Number 5. Wear earplugs. Blocking a major sensory route by wearing plugs helps revive the way our brain functions. Because when we go about our day, we only half listen, since we know what to expect. Experiencing the world without sound is a great booster for our cognitive abilities, including memory. You can try this technique, for example, during a family breakfast. But don't forget to warn your family about it, or they'll think you've decided to ignore them for no reason. Huh? Number 6. Create word pictures and puzzles. This is, hands down, the easiest exercise that you can perform anywhere, like when you're in public transport or waiting in line at a grocery store. Think of any word you like and visualize its spelling in your head. After you've done with this task, try to come up with any other words, as many as you can, that begin or end with the same 2 letters of your first word. This kind of mind game challenges your brain to stay active and sharp. 7. Do the 4-detail observation exercise. This is what scientists call passive memory training. You can practice it while you're out and about. All you have to do is observe any 4 details about someone you encountered during the day, and then recall them later. Let's say the barista who made your coffee. He or she could have had deep dark hair, a gold watch, a beauty spot on their right cheek, and a yellow t-shirt on. Start noticing these little details on just one person a day, and gradually increase that number or add more details to remember. The thing is, while we go about our day, we don't observe as much as we should, failing to receive information. Besides, being more observant of the people who surround you is a great social skill. Number 8. Blast some tunes. If you have to cram for an exam or read and remember some stuff that's related to your work, you better do it with pleasant background music. Listening to music helps our brain to retain information. It's best to make a playlist with some instrumental melodies you like, since songs with lyrics might hinder the process of remembering. If you're a real fan of music, consider learning to play an instrument. This kind of activity not only enhances your memory, but also helps to relieve stress and makes you smarter. Number 9. Clench your fist. It's as simple as that. In 2013, psychologists from Montclair State University carried out an experiment. Their findings suggest that clenching the right hand for 90 seconds helps in memory formation. If you do the same with your left hand, it can improve your memory recall. In the mentioned experiment, 50 adults were asked to remember words from a long list. The word recall was higher for those participants who carried out these movements. The researchers believe that clenching a fist triggers specific brain regions responsible for memory processing. Number 10. Doodle. Remember how you sometimes started to sketch during a school lesson? Turns out, doing this helps you store the information you hear. And in 2009, researchers from Cambridge decided to prove it. A group of 40 participants were asked to listen to a recorded tape that described a short story about a party. Also, half of the participants were told to doodle whatever they wanted on a piece of paper while listening to the tape. After the listening was over, all 40 members of the experiment had to remember the names of people and places mentioned in the story. The doodlers recalled 29% more information than those who didn't draw. Researchers explain these results by the fact that when we listen to something, we tend to daydream, and daydreaming distracts us from grasping the information. A simple task like doodling is efficient enough to stop the daydreaming, making us more perceptive of audio information. Number 11. Have a good laugh. Haha, this is my favorite one. If you keep forgetting where you've put your keys or phone, maybe all you need is a short giggle sesh. At least this is what the results of a 2012 experiment carried out at Loma Linda University suggest. Researchers had two groups of participants with an average age of 74. The first group had to watch a 20-minute comedy. The other one, humorless video. Laughter helps lower levels of cortisol, the stress hormone which can have a negative impact on the University of Hippocampus. And as I've already told you, this part of the brain plays an important role in the process of retaining information. That's why the first group in that experiment showed significantly better results in delayed recall and visual recognition later. So never miss an opportunity to giggle.
Thanks for watching. We're so glad you joined us today. And next we have a memory activity for you. Now you may have some younger siblings in your house. We'd like you to bring together your family and do this activity with them. Until next week, we'll see you. Remember this, you are unique, you are important, and you are so wonderfully made. Go to positivevaluesnetwork.com and under Materials, you'll find this week's Positive Action Memory Activity. Memory, using your brain to recall information, facts, and experiences. The 3 positive action, or the 3 P's, for memory are practice, patience, and persist. This week your challenge is to memorize our positive action song in English and in Spanish. So if you have an older brother or sister, grab this page and do it together. You can pause the video if you can't print it out, or you can pause and practice writing it down. Exercising your brain today helps improve your intellectual wellness for tomorrow. Have fun!
It's Miss Lacey here from Woodmire Elementary School, where I'm the school therapist. I want to share with you all our doodle activity quote for the week, including our positive action word, think. So our quote is, think before you speak. T, is it true? H, is it helpful? I, is it inspiring? N, is it necessary? K, is it kind? So I encourage you to decorate that, doodle on it, pass it off to a neighbor, a friend, post it in your window, maybe give it to somebody in your class, whoever you think might need a positive reminder to think before you speak. But I hope you guys are staying healthy and safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Thank you.
Action kid, that's what I am, that's how I live, I am a...
School's hard, right Miss Shema? It's hard. So Shema and I are really hoping that you come back to Positive Values Network each week for a new video that we're going to share ways to help you get through this, because we care about you and we want you to know this. Are you ready, Miss Shema?
Yes, sir.
You are unique. You are important. And every one of you, you are wonderfully made. See you next week.